How are you
Good.
physically?
Good. Feel good.
You grabbed your knee and your arm was cramping?
Yeah. Definitely a lot of things happened, but I feel good. Just working through some stuff, and yeah, I mean, I was able to play, so that's all that matters. If I feel like I can protect myself, then I feel like it's my job to be out there. So.
On the play when they came out to look at you, what happened there? What were you feeling?
Yeah, that was the first time the trainers came out in my career. So it was definitely. I don't like to stay down, but I just was dealing with something, and once I flipped over, I realized what it was and felt a lot better. So.
I'm sure you're exhilarated by the win, but man, you took some heavy hits, especially the last drive. I mean, everybody wants to play quarterback. What does it feel like to be you right now?
Yeah, I think just the guys on the team really having my back, and we talked about it was a short week, but all week about how tough we had to be for 4 quarters, and it really comes down to who was going to be the toughest team, and I believe it was us, and we have to continue to do that to win. So even if we lost, I was super proud of the way the guys fought and had my back and everything, so it was really cool.
Kendrick said he wanted to take accountability after the drops last week. What can you say about his resiliency tonight?
It was good. He came in on I get my days messed up because we had a short week, but whatever our Wednesday was, and he was like, "Dang, I gotta get better and catch the ball." I'm like, "Dude, that happened last Sunday. Let's move on and focus on this week." And I was like, "You gotta move on," and he did, and that's what KB does. And I feel like when you have the relationship we had, I knew that about him, and he knows that about me. Sometimes we struggle to move on from bad plays, so he's always got my back when it's not going great, and then I'm always have his back.
Before the game, there was a report that Brock could be out a few more games. Do you feel like the starting job, you're the starter now, and that's just the way you have to view it?
I think they brought me here to play as a backup, and that's my job. And Brock's the starter of this team, and right now he's dealing with something. And for him to go out there last week and play when he probably wasn't at full health, he cares about this team. So I'm just trying to get some wins for him, so it helps us down the line. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. I've been in his position, I've been a starter, and you want your backup to go in there and win, because at the end of the season, that could be the hit or miss between a playoff or not. So.
Mac, I'm sure every win is satisfying, but just given all the moving pieces, the short week,
Yeah.
the best defense you've seen on tape, but how does this one feel?
Feels great. I mean, I just thought it was a dogfight, and we were in the ring, and the defense played great. Special teams came in clutch. Had great field goals by Eddie, and as always, I like him a lot. He's cool. But yeah, it was just awesome to be on a team that fights, and even if we lost, like I said earlier, I would have been just as proud, to be honest, because I know that those guys had my back and I got their back.
Do you feel like this is your best all-around game in the 49ers uniform?
I don't know. I'll have to watch the tape. It was definitely the biggest challenge, considering, I thought they were the best defense in the NFL, and they are. They're really good, and our defense is really good too. So when you know that as a quarterback, you have confidence to go out there and trust it, and the offensive line did great. I gave up 1 sack at the end, but I don't think they hit me that much, or they didn't get any sacks. So that's what it's all about, and I really appreciate those guys.
Matt, before Alfred had the strip, down there, were you watching that? Are you assuming the Rams are going to score and you're getting ready to,
Yeah, I was just honestly kind of zoned out. I was just trying to drink Gatorade. But that was a great play. He got his big hand in there and made a play. But I was just ready for, not to be a negative, but I was ready to play overtime, to be honest. And they just made a great play, and I would have have to go out there again and try and score. So it was good, and he made a great play, but it was just crazy. I'm trying to remember all the I got to watch the film, because it's we had the quarterback sneaks at the end to try and get it out of the end zone, and then it was just a crazy game. So.
What confidence does it give you as a quarterback to know that you can always check it down to Christian McCaffrey if someone isn't open?
Yeah, a lot. He's the man. He's definitely good at his job, and he's always out there on every play, no matter what. He's dealing with stuff too, and he just is in the right spots and makes plays. So as a quarterback, when you have that and you have a good offensive line who can give you time, and everybody was counting us out this week, but I knew I had him as my safety blanket, and I really trusted the receivers and tight ends too. We have a lot of reps together.
How is being an underdog? How did that make you feel before winning this game?
I don't really pay attention too much to it. I don't really do social media that much, but Kyle came up to me and he was pissed about it. So he's like, dude, I can't believe like they moved us to like underdogs again or whatever more. And I'm like, I don't know what that means really, but like, yeah, let's go kill him, you know? So he was pissed about it. I was like, yeah, I'm pissed too. So went out there and we started hot, but we definitely need to be more like consistent throughout the game and give more points for our defense so they don't have to keep making stops.
What's the inspiration for your two-tone Harley-Quinn look?
I don't know. I just like suits, like I said, and last week, and I wear suits because I'm going to work, so that's kind of how I look at it, and yeah, they're cool.
Matt, I was reported that you had 11 bananas during the game. Was that a reference?
11? That's definitely wrong, but
Idea of how many you may have had during?
I think I had 3.
Well, that's definitely wrong. That was really incorrect.
Yeah, that's it. That was yeah, exactly. That was incorrect, but they can believe whatever they want.
Key to the hot start, you mentioned the hot start. What was the key to the hot start tonight?
I thought we just were on time with our plays and just playing in rhythm and getting the ball out and letting the guys make plays, honestly. And you know, when Kyle talked to me before the game, I was like, it's time to go. So I was excited about that.
All right, thanks, Matt.
See ya.
Hi.
The NFL on Twitter called this the Kendrick Bourne game.
Mm-hmm.
What was clicking for you on the offense?
Yeah. First and foremost, I just want to thank God for the opportunity. Last week was very tough on me. Just the adversity I went through and the standard I hold myself to and the things I want to do for my teammates, first and foremost, for the fans, for the organization. You know, I hold myself to a higher standard. So that was tough. And so today it's a blessing. I just want to thank God. But the offense was awesome to be a part of. Mac Jones, O-line, fighting, running backs, tight ends, man. Just collectively, we played well. It was tough for us to get in the end zone, but collectively, we played sound, I think. Was getting down there pretty consistently. So just trying to play like that every week and just finish drives, but finish with points. I think we did that pretty consistently.
Katie, you talk about being hard on yourself at the Jacksonville game. It was a critical job there, third down, you guys up 14-0. What did you tell yourself? Because after that, you was a man on fire and bounced back.
Yeah, those type of plays, you know, I look at it as it falls on me. 3rd and 5, I'm wide open to catch a 5-yard route. Mac, trusting me, goes right through my hands. You know, I'm like, man, so it's just adversity. I think it's a game within a game. It's a mental game on the sideline that every individual player is having. Whether it's good, bad, it's a mental thing. So how do I work within that while I'm playing? And I think that's what I learned from last week is how to flush the good, flush the bad. You know, I know how to do it, but week to week is different, and every situation is different. So learning from that situation last week, learning from that play specifically, I hold myself to the higher standard, and I hate it. But having good teammates, you know, just telling me move on, and the next one's gonna come. It's important to have guys like that, and you can feel it.
You played with Mac in a couple of different places now. What can you tell us about him and why he can so seamlessly step in and be the starter?
Yeah, I think Mac is he's built the right way. His mental is the right way. He prepares the right way. I've seen it for a while now, and I'm just proud of him, man. I can. Even when he's throwing the ball, I be telling him at practice, like, man, you zipping the ball and how he's throwing it and stuff like that. You can tell he's confident and things like that. And it's just awesome to see him in this space. How I seen him in New England was a different world for him. So to see him now kind of with like the piece he has and he's playing free and having fun, I think it's a big part of the game for him. So it's showing.
Well, it's different to New England. You just mentioned how maybe he's a different guy,
Yeah.
different swag. What was it about New England?
Yeah.
Because he came out on fire
Yeah.
as a rookie, went to the Pro
Yep.
Bowl, but then after that, we know what happened.
Yeah,
So
great.
What is
Yeah.
the major difference?
That's what you're saying. It's tough. It's pressure. It's a first round pick. Everything falls on him. He's young. He has to figure it out, and that's tough for anybody. So, I mean, I don't know what that feels like. I undrafted guy, but you just see it being a fan of the game. It's tough, and so that stuff is just different. Every situation is different. Coaching is different, and I think now, you know, he fits the system. The system is important for a lot of players, and it shows in his game. So shout out to Kyle, man, John and them. They doing a good job of getting people prepared. Even for myself, you know, I had the opportunity because Ricky's down and Jawan's down, and, you know, they got me prepared, and the same thing with Mac.
Thomas was just saying a lot.
Last two guys.
That you guys, as the quote-unquote backups, you heard everybody saying, like, well, this probably doesn't bode well for their chances. How do you kind of take that personally?
Yeah.
Like, how do you use
Yeah.
that as motivation?
Yeah. It's a part of the game. You know, everybody has, you know, their opinion and they have their rights to it. And I think it's just huge by Kyle and them having, D-Rob and older guys, MVS, you know, guys that have experience in the game, and the depth we have, it shows, and it's important for the NFL because, shoot, guys are banged up now. You don't know what's going to happen next week. You know, everything's different. So just having depth has been important.
Kendrick, obviously, understandably, since you got here week 2,
Mhm.
there have been moments where you're like, looks like, you know,
Grant!
I didn't say that. But, I mean, are there still moments of like, you know, where am I supposed to be in this offense?
Yeah.
And, I mean, once you figure that out,
Yeah.
15 catches? You know?
Yeah. I think it's just being prepared. You know, I didn't come here to be the guy. I'm not coming here to try to get 50 catches a game. None of that. I'm here to play a role, help the younger guys, you know, be a vet. And so if Kyle wants me to play F or he wants me to go to running back, then that's what the week is going to, you know, present. So that's just my mindset. It's about being humble, understanding that there's a role to be played. And that's how my career has been, and I've excelled in that. And that's kind of how I got to where I am. And Kyle, shout out to him because he gave me my first opportunity of showing me how to play in a role. I used to be big on third down, and it's grown, and my relationship has grown with him now. The trust is there, and trust from my teammates and things like that, so it's huge. So that's kind of how I go about it.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I think, you know, I don't know. I don't know what the odds makers and all that stuff are, but I do know I love this team, man. I love the character of this team. It's hard. You got guys who are changing positions on a short week and having to learn an offense, and they just showed up a couple weeks ago. You know, that's not easy. And, you know, you got a quarterback who's fighting through some stuff and also, you know, getting the nod on Monday in a short week. There's so many things that happen in this league, and I think, how I say, like, the NFL is like the best reality show because there's so many different things that happen throughout a week, and it makes it so entertaining. But for us players, man, it's just you go out there and you give it your all, and whatever happens, happens. And when you're on a team like this with this kind of character, it makes it a lot of fun.
What can you say about Mac Jones' performance, just slipping into the starting role again?
Man, I don't have enough good things to say about Mac. You know, he's an absolute warrior. He's a leader. He's somebody that we all can get behind for sure. And, you know, I think it's a testament to him and his attitude and the way he plays football. It's a testament to Brock and the way that he's been helping him and getting him ready to go. Testament to the coaches. And, you know, going back to the injury thing, you know, when you have guys go down, it's not one guy that has to step up. It's a whole team and a whole unit that has to step up. So that was a fun one to be a part of.
When you guys get into overtime, Christian, so you're probably disappointed that you let some leads slip, but how do you just shift your mind and step back into get downfield?
Yeah, until that thing hits zero and the game's over, you know, as you say, breathe, focus, explode. You know, mistakes are going to happen. There's going to be plays you want back, but you got to move on to the next play because you don't know which one's going to be the one, and just, you know, do your job and keep fighting.
With everything you went through last year and the work you put in the offseason, how fun is it for you to be touching the ball so much and be such a part of this offense?
It's amazing. I love football to death. It's, you know, my favorite thing on the planet, and being able to go out there and play with my brothers I don't take any second for granted.
With all the basketball pieces around you, the whole world knows you're getting the ball a lot, and you're still producing. Is it more satisfying in a way that you're able to still do what you're doing?
Yeah, I think, you know, once the win is the most important thing. You know, we don't care how we have it. Obviously, I think everybody and their mother wants to run game to get rolling a little bit more, but myself included. But, you know, we just got to keep chipping away and keep working at it and get guys back and just keep pushing and staying with it. But, you know, to your question, I just think it doesn't change my mindset. You know, just about one play at a time.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.